Good evening, baseball fans. How you doing? Welcome to Week 7 of the MLB Power Rankings. Let's get to it. And hello, baseball fans. How you doing? Hello. Good evening on this fine Monday night. How is everyone doing? Hello. Odd Villain, what's going on, my friend? Joe Girardi Hater is here. Inferno Hawk. I cannot talk right now. Inferno Hawk, hello. Nick, what's going on, my friend? Nathan, how you doing? Hello. Sound FX 09, what is going on, my friend? I feel like it's been a minute since you've been in the chat. What is going on? One of our members as well as Odd Villain. Hello. Calamari, what's going on? Mr. First Cat, hello. Harrison, welcome back, my friend. Gregory, Wolfpack, Jaden Hockett, what's going on? How you doing? Hello. Kyle, what's going on, my friend? Hello. Welcome to the Power Rankings. We got Brendan DH, Adam Wetstein, a couple more members here in the chat. What's going on? How are we doing? Wi-Fi, what is going on? What a great name, Wi-Fi. I mean, man, who would have thought? How are we doing? What's going on here? Ratchet Dewan, hello. Rory Walliser, what's going on? Hello. How are we doing? Who else we got in here? Jimmy Sidebottom, what a great name, Jimmy Sidebottom. Okay, I like it. Nathan Davidson, what's going on? How are we doing? Hello to everyone. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but got to get on with the show. Hope everyone's had a good start to their week. I hope no one's having any lag. I feel like we were a little choppy there during the warm-up, and but it feels like we're doing okay. It looks like we're doing all right here. So, everyone, hey, it's good to be back here doing some live stuff with all of you. If you didn't know, I was in North Carolina last week, and I was playing some actual baseball games with professional baseball players in the Appalachian League with the Burlington Sock Puppets and the Carolina Disco Turkeys. It was a great time. My goodness, I got to meet some of the best baseball YouTubers out there. I met Giraffe Neck Mark. We met Stark Raving Sports. Who else is out there? I met RBT. He just hit 1 million subscribers. Are you kidding me? Any RBT fans in the chat? I mean, good grief. He just hit 1 million subscribers. Are you kidding me? 5 Point Vids. Got to meet him. Who else was out there? We had Wardy, the Mets guy out there. He's been awesome. He was awesome, man. What a great experience last week. Just getting to meet everyone. Man, it was a great time. It was honestly a needed week for me. You know, it was a busy, tiring school year. I needed to get away, and man, what better way than to get away and actually play some baseball and just talk baseball with all of these guys throughout the week. It was just an awesome experience. In case you didn't know, I did make some contact. I made some contact against a pro pitcher. A lot of these guys, what the Appalachian League is am I saying it right? Appalachian? I don't know, whatever. But what that league is for these college players, you know, their seasons are over, and it gives them an extended period of time, you know, to try and get some scouting before the draft coming up. And, you know, you got a lot of these teams now going to the College World Series, so it's a great chance for these players to go get more, you know, playing time. So it was awesome. Man, the Burlington Sock Puppets, they really treated us well. Man, they gave us a hat. They gave us each a pair of socks. They gave us some cold beverages after the game. I even got to meet a few awesome fans that have been in the chat. I don't know if they're here tonight. But yes, Lou Sanus, I made contact. That was my goal. I went to North Carolina to make some contact, and I darn well did it too. It was a chopper down the third base line. I almost blew out both my hamstrings running to first base, but by God, I made some contact. Never would I have thought I would have done that, but hey, I'll take it. I will take it. But yes, Nick, actually, those socks that they gave us, they were fantastic socks. Extremely comfortable. They look great. The Burlington sock puppet design, I love their logo. Great logo. Hey, I even got tackled by one of the mascots. I was in an inflatable pony race, and that guy on the sock puppets just smoked me, by the way. This guy was huffing and puffing. He was chugging. And I'm thinking, what the heck? This guy is out of his mind. He just blew me out of the water. And then one of the mascots tackled me off of the pony. I don't know what the heck was even going on. But it was a great time. I really enjoyed that experience. And I hope we get to do it again next year. And those are the talks right now. We would love to do it again. 5 Point Vids. He was talking that he would love to have another go at it. And hey, maybe even make it a yearly thing. The guy on the Burlington sock puppets that kind of ran all the social media stuff, he was saying he would love for it to be a yearly thing. So who knows? Maybe we can turn it into kind of a fun event every single year. But it was a great time. I really enjoyed it, and I really needed that time away. But last night, usually I'm going live with the Power Rankings on Sunday nights. I might move it back depending on how the viewership does tonight. Usually Sunday nights have been very good with the viewership, but the reason I wanted to do, if you didn't know, I'm the new host of the Believe in Red Sox podcast on the Believe Podcast Network. It's an honor to do it, but I'm trying to figure out the days that I want to do it. But I know that for podcasts, it's good to upload a little early, especially in the morning. You know, people have their morning commutes, so I thought, okay, how about I go live at night? And then I can post it for the next morning. So, and the days that I would like to do that podcast is basically whenever a series finishes up. So usually that ends up being Sunday, and more often than not Thursday nights. So I thought, all right, well, let me try doing it Sunday night. I can do the Power Rankings on Monday, but I might switch the Power Rankings back to Sunday nights. Might just do the Red Sox podcast in the morning on Mondays. Maybe I'll do like a live stream, maybe, 9, 10 maybe like 10 in the morning. And yeah, so depending on how the viewership does tonight. Usually with the Power Rankings, we've been anywhere from 200 to 300 people. So if we fall within that range tonight, I understand it is a different night, so we might not have the same viewership tonight. But hey, we'll see how it goes for tonight. But last night, thank you to all Red Sox fans and whoever, whatever team you cheer for. If you came out to watch last night, thank you. But everyone that came out for the first episode of the Red Sox podcast last night, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But alrighty, I've been rambling on enough. But before I do get started, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. I'm talking baseball here all the time. So hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Hit that like button for me. Everyone, I want at least 100 likes by the end of the night. We're at 47 likes at the moment. Come on, let's get to 100. Let's try and get to 100 earlier than later. Let's do it. 100 likes. And also, hit that bell notification. Everyone, hey, you all know it's starting to get busy in the baseball world. We're going to start getting those trade rumors coming up soon. You got to hit that bell notification so you know every time I go live and then every time I post a video. So I'm on summer vacation. Just saying. I'm going to be making more content here. And hey, share the stream if you can. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Instagram. Share it with your grandma. I don't care who. But here we go. Oh, one more thing. Oh, you guys know me. I got to do the cheap plugs. I'm sorry. SeatGeek. Use my code HYDE. $20 off your first purchase. Everyone, I say it every single time, you can find good deals on SeatGeek. I went to opening day in Tampa 4 years ago now, and I used SeatGeek to purchase my tickets. So go on SeatGeek. I'm telling you, you can go find yourself a good deal. $20 off using my promo code HYDE on your first purchase. And hey, everyone, it is the NBA Finals right now. We got the Celtics. We got the Warriors. This is your last chance in the next week and a half or so to use my promo code GINGER for a 100% deposit match if you want to bet on some basketball. You don't have to just use it for baseball. You can use it for anything on Prize Picks, but this will be your last chance. If you want to bet on some basketball, use it now if you haven't used it already. And hey, go bet on some baseball as well. If you're looking to win a few extra bucks, use my code Ginger. And also, like I said, I am the new host of the Believe in Red Sox podcast on the Believe Podcast Network. You can find this anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Go on Spotify, go on Google, go on Apple, go on Stitcher. I don't know, wherever the heck you listen to your podcast. Go over there and listen to it too. But that's all I got for now. So let's get to the power rankings, shall we? Whoa, we got a super chat coming in. What is going on? Joe Girardi Hater, hello. Hello, Robbie, he says. I'm Baseball Sports Talk. Oh, welcome back, my friend. How you doing? I rebranded my account because my other YouTube was cringe. I loved your podcast, and your almost fall was hilarious. Man, you know, I think you're talking about the Sock Puppets game where I got so excited about that dribbler that I hit down the line, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, it's in play. What do I do? I got to run. And my brain was thinking faster than my feet. I don't have listen, I do powerlifting. I am not built to run. I'm built for strength, if anything. And I'm not even great at that either. But me running is just an absolute disaster. And it almost went really bad. I honestly thought I had a shot at getting to first base. I even contemplated sliding into first base on that. And yeah. And that ball got to first base pretty quick. So that tells me I am a rather slow individual. So, but luckily, my hamstrings are intact. The reason I say that is because I played slow pitch softball a couple of years ago, and I pulled my hamstring in that game, and it just felt awful. And then I took a couple of weeks off, and I went back again and played again, and then I pulled my hamstring again. So I retired from slow pitch softball. So I was actually a little worried going into this game, thinking I was going to do it again, but I came out okay. Here we go. So let's move on to the power rankings here. Let me just get everything all set up for you. If you don't know, if you are a first timer here to the power rankings, the way I do it is I go on Tier Maker, and we have tiers. We have 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20, 21 through 25, as well as 26 through 30. So here we go here. Let me just pull this up. Here we go. Let me reset here. Of course, Tier Maker giving me some problems right now. Hold on one second. Of course, it wants to reset everything when I had it all set up. Here we go. 16 through 20. 21 through 25. And 26 through 30. Let me get the colors all set. Here we go. Okie dokie, that is that. Here we go. Oh my goodness, potato brain is kicking in right now. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, so like I said, I'm using Tier Maker. I go from 30 all the way to number 1. And actually, really quick, let me get that music set. What the heck is going on with me? I don't know. Monday nights might not be working out. I'm usually tip-top shape when it's on Sunday, but Monday it's throwing me off like crazy. Let me get the music going. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Super Chat coming in. What is going on? Alrighty. We are good to go. I apologize for that, everyone. See a Super Chat coming in. Cool. Rodri, what is going on? Yankees need one more piece. They can't keep Hicks. So, I'll tell you, Hicks has been doing a good job of getting on base this year. But it feels like, man, he's just, I don't know, man. He's getting on base, so I'll give him that. But I don't know, man. I wonder if they do need to make a move there. But I feel like he has been productive for the most part, at least when it comes to just getting on base. So, cool. Thank you for the $1.99 Super Chat. Thank you very much for that. So, here we go. Let's get to it here. Everyone, we're going to start the power rankings hot. You know why? We're going to start the power rankings hot? Because we have a new team at number 30. I never thought this was going to happen this year. I didn't think it was going to happen, but my goodness, it has actually happened. No, we're not starting with the Cincinnati Reds today. We're starting off with the Kansas City Royals. What the heck is going on with the Kansas City Royals? Are you kidding me? They're 5-15 in their last 20 games. They got some good players on this team. They got some decent pitching on this team. The bullpen's been pretty good. They got some guys in there, but what the heck? They're 5-15 in their last 20. I mean, they did shut out the Astros this past weekend, but I don't know. There's nothing going on with this Royals team. They're just losing games. I don't know, man. I don't know. They're just not playing great baseball. They rank very low in every major category for the most part. You hate to see it. I didn't think this was going to happen, but at this point with the Royals, a lot of these guys are looking like trade bait. Andrew Benintendi, you got to think this guy is going somewhere. I don't know. Will he want to sign an extension with this team unless they can convince him, like, hey, they got a long term, they got a plan for the long term? I don't know. They got good prospects down on that farm. Could they convince him to sign an extension? I don't know, but he has been hitting really well. So that's pretty much it, man. There's not a whole lot going on with the Royals right now. They have shockingly moved to the number 30 spot. And that means, for the first time this season, the Cincinnati Reds coming in at number 29. First time moving up this year on the power rankings. Hey, you got to give some credit to the Cincinnati Reds. I know they lost 3 out of 4 to Washington this weekend, but they did split with my Red Sox earlier in the week. Luis Castillo was balling out in that first game. What the heck was going on with Luis Castillo? 6 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts. What the heck? This guy is out of his mind. That's going to be another guy. Look out for him at the trade deadline. I feel like he's going to be like Jose Barrios, but better for this year. So I expect something to happen with Luis Castillo. He's only helping himself out at this point. But the big reason I'm moving the Reds here, well, first off, Kansas City has just not been playing good baseball. But the Cincinnati Reds, they were 3-18 in the month of April. But in the month of May, they went 14-13. They actually finished over 500 in the month of May. You got to give them a lot of credit, man. And you know what? I understand the whole thing with Tommy Pham. My goodness, what the heck is even going on with that whole thing? The whole fantasy, the mystery of the fantasy football league. I don't know what's going on with that. That's like the weirdest story. It's a story that I never even wanted. I don't understand. I guess Tommy Pham like slapped the crap out of Jock Peterson or something. I don't know what the heck is going on. Mike Trout, I guess, is the worst commissioner in fantasy football history. I don't know what's going on. But I will say this. Tommy Pham has been hitting well lately, and he has a 347 on base this year. Could Tommy Pham maybe be a trade candidate? I don't know. Would any team want to bring that kind of drama into their clubhouse? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But the Reds, they have done it. They have moved up in the power rankings for the first time this year. And next up, we got the Oakland A's. You know, my Red Sox sweeping them this past weekend. They've lost 6 straight. They're 1-9 in their last 10. There's not really a whole lot to say here about the A's. They've had some decent starting pitching here and there. A couple of guys in the bullpen have done well. There's just not a whole lot going on here. The Oakland A's, it's you hate to see it, coming in at number 28. Number 27, we have the Nationals coming in here. We just talked about how the Reds lost 3 out of 4 to them this past weekend. But they were swept by the Mets earlier in the week. Obviously, the Mets are a great team. We're going to get to them later. But, you know, hey, for the Nationals, hey, not a bad week, I guess. You got swept by the Mets. You won 3 out of 4 against the Reds. An up and down week. But, hey, the Nationals, you still got some pieces here. Juan Soto, he has been heating up lately. 3 home runs last week. And I'm going to give it up to Lane Thomas as well. Had a few home runs last week. Also hit .412 over his last 5 games. So give him some credit. The Nationals just don't have a lot of pitching, man. There's just not a whole lot of pitching going on with the Washington Nationals. So for me, I got the Nationals coming in at number 27. And the Rockies I have coming in at number 26. They won 2 out of 3 against the Marlins, but then they got swept by the Braves over the weekend. Or was it 3 out of 4? Was it 3 out of 4 against the Braves? Hold on. Can't remember. I'm losing train. I know they lost the series. Was it a sweep or was it 3 out of 4? Yeah, it was a 4-game sweep. They got swept 4 games. against the Braves. So, man, this Rockies team, they were looking like a fun, overachieving team this year. I actually really like a lot of the pieces of the Rockies, and you all know how much I really enjoyed the Rockies coming into this season. And one guy, man, Brendan Rodgers, he has just been red hot, man. Last week, he hit .345 with a .424 on base. He had an .828 slugging last week. Are you kidding? Brendan Rodgers, man, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. Good grief. Hampson's been hitting good too. Hit .471 over 5 games last week. So they're getting some guys in this offense stepping up. Chad Cole, 6 innings of scoreless ball versus the Braves and a no decision. Freeland, he had a no decision against Atlanta. So some guys are stepping up for them. They're just not putting the wins together. So I got the Rockies coming in at number 26. Moving on to the next tier. Man, not a great time for the Orioles right now. They have dropped a little bit from last week. And you hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. You lost 2 out of 3 to Cleveland and Seattle this past week. The bullpen actually ranks really well with the Baltimore Orioles, so I'm going to give them some credit there. But there wasn't a whole lot going on with the Orioles this week. And bad news, Grayson Rodriguez has, I think it's a grade 2 or grade 3 lat strain. Horrible news. He could be out for a pretty long time with that. The lat, which is down here, that's a bad muscle to hurt if you're a pitcher. So Grayson Rodriguez, it looked like we were going to be seeing him rather soon, and now that's going to be put on hold. I'm pretty bummed out about that because I really wanted to see Grayson Rodriguez this year. So Orioles, not a whole lot going on. I'm giving them the number 25 spot. The Detroit Tigers getting swept by the Yankees this weekend. They did go to extras in the finale. They did lose in extra innings. Josh Donaldson getting the walk-off sac fly. But they did win 4 out of 5 against the Minnesota Twins. Are you kidding me? The Detroit Tigers, man, this has been like kind of a dead team walking this year. But they won 4 out of 5 against the Twins. What is going on? I mean, good grief. There's a good Twins team this year. And the Tigers just took it to them. Man, oh, man. So, but where was I? Oh, yeah, Skubal. He was very good against the Twins in his last start. Man, Skubal this year, he's been out of his mind. He has a 2.15 ERA and a 2.01 FIP. He has 9 strikeouts per 9. I mean, my goodness. Skubal is having a really good year. And, I'm actually going to – I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull this up here. I'm going to pull up the page. You got to give some credit to this guy. Let me close out some of these tabs here. Let me pull up Skubal. This guy's been awesome. Let me actually go to his game log. This has been one bright spot for the Tigers this year. Man, oh man, a 2.01 FIP. No one is talking about this guy. He had an 80 game score against the Twins in his last start. He went 7 innings, only 2 hits, 6 Ks, a walk. I mean, come on. This guy's been great. Back-to-back 7-inning outings. I mean, he gave up 3 against Cleveland, but that's still a very good start. This guy hasn't had a game score under 65, going back to May 10th. This guy's been out of his mind. He's been really good this year, man. I mean, you got to give it up to him because he has struggled in years prior. But, man, I mean, look at the year that he had last year. He had a 4.34 ERA, but a 5.09 FIP. He had good strikeout numbers and good walks. But he was giving up a lot of home runs. He's really brought the home runs down. So, hey, give it up for him, man. He's been one of the better pitchers in the game this year. But that's pretty much all that's going on with the Tigers, to be completely honest. Hey, good series win against the Twins. Got swept. But they did move up a little bit here from last week. So the Tigers moving on up. Coming in at number 23, we got the Miami Marlins. They split with the Giants. They lost 2 out of 3 against the Rockies. So this Marlins team, I don't know. They were looking really good there for a little bit in the first month of the season. But I don't know. They've just kind of come down here. They're just I don't know if they've just plateaued. I don't know, man. You got some really good arms here with the Marlins. The bats were looking pretty good there. But I don't know, man. If I were to actually go here to the team batting stats, offensively, the Marlins are better this year. But It's still only kind of middle of the road. You're 14th overall. It's definitely better than what it used to be last year. But as you can see, they're not running the bases very well. Negative 2.4 base running. So that's something with the Marlins that they definitely got to improve on. And if I were to actually pull up the pitching here, if we were to go to the starting pitching, Miami, believe it or not, that's been their strength. But they only rank 19th in starting pitching. They do have a 3.63 team ERA. The FIP is a little higher. So the starting pitching, I think, for the most part, has been pretty solid. And if we go to the bullpen, that is one area the Marlins have not done very well in. They only ranked 22nd this year, a 4.22 ERA, 3.83 FIP. So you would like a little more. They have 10 losses this year. So I don't know. The Marlins bullpen, it could definitely use an improvement. And actually, one other thing I'm going to use here in tonight's power rankings, I'm going to pull up the projected standings. Oh, actually, no, the playoff odds, I mean. So as of right now, the Marlins, Fangraphs is only giving them a 5.6% chance to make the playoffs. So, I don't know. They got some good players. Just feels like they're not really putting it together. So, that's where I got the Marlins for now at number 23. Hey, this team's been playing a little bit better lately. They haven't been playing great, but they're playing 500 ball in their last 10. The Chicago Cubs coming in at number 22. They lost 3 out of 5 to St. Louis. They split with Milwaukee, but their bullpen is actually pretty good this year. If we go take a look at the bullpen, look at that Cubs bullpen. 8th overall, over 10 strikeouts per 9 for a bullpen. That's really solid. 3.92 ERA, a 3.81 FIP, a 3.31 xFIP. Hey, Cubs bullpen has been really stepping up. Let's actually pull up some of these guys here. David Robertson, you got to think this guy's going to be a trade candidate. I would imagine he's going to be a trade candidate. This guy's got 7 saves over 21 innings in 19 games, a 1.66 ERA, a 2.22 FIP. You got to think Robertson is going to be on the trade block. I mean, why would he not? I mean, I would imagine a team is going to want to, pull the trigger for him. So, but other than that, there's not a whole lot going on with the Chicago Cubs. But I will say this, while the offense, that's not the offense, that's the starting pitching. Their starting pitching has not been very good. Chicago's offense is 15th overall, but I want to give a shout out here to Christopher Morrell. I have been talking about him in the last few weeks. He has reached base in all 20 games since being called up. During his time in the majors over those 20 games, he's hitting .291. He's got a .380 on base. He's got a .468 slugging, a .138 WRC plus. This guy is not even 23 years old. He's about to turn 23 later. Looks like this month, I guess. Yeah, June 24th. So, hey, that's a little after my birthday. My birthday's coming up in 1 week. 1 week until my birthday. So, but he's been great, man. That's been a bright spot for the Marlins. So, that's, or not the Marlins, sorry. The Cubs. The Cubs. There's not a whole lot going on here. They do have, Wilson Contreras has been hitting better lately. Could this be a guy that could be a trade candidate this year? Could he maybe be an extension candidate? He has been hitting really well, hitting .276, a .401 on base, .515 slugging, 9 homers. Wilson Contreras, man, I don't know. I think it's up in the air. Are they going to do an extension? Are they going to look for a trade? I would imagine some teams would like to trade for him. So we'll have to wait and see. But I also did want to point out a couple of things with the Marlins I forgot to mention. I got to give a shout out to Garrett Cooper. He's been red hot, man. Hitting .480 with a .760 slugging and 7 RBIs in his last 6 games. Alcantara, man, he's having a great season. I'm going to imagine that he's going to be an all-star this year. He's 6-2, a 1.81 ERA, 3.10 FIP. He's been great. Also, I want to point out that Edward Cabrera got his first start in the majors this year, got the win against the Rockies. So, apologize for not mentioning that with the Marlins. So, oh, come on, Naked HD Fun. You're ruining all the fun. What the heck is going on? Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? So, alrighty. Here we go. Coming in at number 21. Man, oh man. What the heck happened? What the Pirates? The Pirates sweeping the Dodgers. Whoa. Holy cow. The Pittsburgh Pirates coming in at number 21. They're actually on the verge of moving into the next tier. The Pittsburgh Pirates, let's go. 7-3 in their last 10. They won 2 out of 3 against Arizona, along with sweeping the Dodgers. Look at the Pittsburgh Pirates. What the heck is going on? Jack Sawinski, he's been on fire lately. He's been hitting .450 with a .700 slugging in his last 5 games. Brian Hayes has been hitting well. Roansy Contreras, man, this guy, he continues to just be really good. Let me pull up his numbers here. He's been having himself a really nice season with the Pirates. Look at this season he's had. I mean, 6 games so far. 3 of those are starts. They're kind of, I imagine this guy's going to end up being a starter because they've been using him out of the bullpen and in the rotation. But he has a 1.93 ERA, a 3.18 FIP. This guy's been really good, man. Take a look. 10 strikeouts per 9, 3 walks per 9, under a home run per 9. Let's go, man. Put this guy in the rotation. You know, quit being cute. Put him out there on the mound. Have him start some games. So that's the Pirates, man. They've been really fun this year. I want to also point out, too, that the Pirates bullpen, where is that Pirates bullpen? They rank 11th this year. They rank 11th. The ERA and the FIP are in the 4s, but they're not giving up a lot of home runs. 1 home run per 9. But look at the wins. This Pirates bullpen has 20 wins. They lead the major leagues in wins. What the heck is going on with this Pittsburgh Pirates bullpen? Holy cow. Huck Finn, I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you. So, yeah, Jonathan Chin. Bednar has been fantastic for this Pirates bullpen. Can the Red Sox please just pull off a trade for David Bednar? We need a bullpen arm, man. Can we go after Bednar? He's under control for the next, 18 years? Can we please just go get this guy? Come on, David Bednar. Let's go. Ben Charrington, man. Help us out. Help us out a little bit, man. I want some David Bednar in my life. But the Pirates coming in at number 21. Let's go. Next tier, number 20, the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're slipping. I just mentioned they lost their series to the Pirates, but they did win their series versus the Braves this week, so give it up for them. Everyone, hello. Did anyone notice that Dallas Keuchel signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks this year? I know Dallas Keuchel hasn't really been great in what feels like, 25 years, but hey, could the Diamondbacks get him turned around? Could he end up being a really solid starter for them? Who knows? Could give them some depth. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. But Dallas Keuchel going to the Arizona Diamondbacks on a minor league deal. Ketel Marte hit really well last week. A .368 average, a .478 on base, .684 slugging, had 4 ribbies. Christian Walker's been heating up lately. Starting pitching did perform well for the most part. They got good starts from Zach Davies, Zach Gallen, and Mr. Mad Bum had himself a pretty good start this week. But the Diamondbacks overall right now, if we could take a look at the playoff odds, the Diamondbacks, where are they at? Ooh, a 0.6% chance. Oh my, not a whole lot of hope from Fangraphs with the Diamondbacks as of right now. If I actually pull up here, let's pull up the wild card standings in the National League. Taking a look here. I am confused. Giants are 2 back. Oh, okay, I see what they're doing here. They're 2 back of the Braves. Why wouldn't they just do how many games back behind the Padres? How are the Braves 4 back? But the Giants are 2. What? What is going on here? Oh, I didn't have the thing in order. I'm sorry. Padres, Giants, and the Braves. Diamondbacks, they're a couple and a half back, man. So, I don't know. I don't think they're fully out of it just yet. I think they got some decent players on this team. We're going to have to wait and see what ends up happening with the Diamondbacks. But for right now, I have them coming in at number 20. Hey, how about the Texas Rangers, huh? That's not the Texas Rangers. That's the Twins. How about the Texas Rangers, huh? They did lose their series to the Mariners over the weekend, but they did split with the Rays earlier this week. The offense has been good lately. They've moved up to 16th overall. Hey, man, Texas, they got a good lineup, and they got these guys starting to come around. Seager, a bit slow, getting off to a slow start this year. Semien is still working on coming around, but Corey Seager, that bat is starting to heat up. He's got 11 home runs, 25 RBIs. Adolis Garcia, man, kind of very similar to what he was doing last year. The batting average, not so great. The on-base, not so great. But the slugging, a decent .448, 10 homers, 36 RBIs. But he has been hitting a lot better as of late. Last week, he had 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. And hey, I got to give it up here for Josh Smith. This guy, he's only played in 5 games so far since coming up from the minor leagues, but he's hitting .417 with a .588 on base and a .500 slugging. Give it up for Josh Smith. Also, hey, remember Ezekiel Duran? He came over from the Yankees in the Joey Gallo trade. He just got called up this week. Gotta love that. The starting pitching for Texas. They're 17th. Sorry, not 13th. 17th overall. Holy crap. I got to give a shout out here. I do this every single week, but this guy is not slowing down. Martin Perez. This guy's going to be an all-star. He has to be. He's got a 1.56 ERA. He's 4-2. Huck Finn has just subscribed. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? Martin Perez. This guy, what the heck? What have the Rangers done? They have just completely fixed Martin Perez. He's had good first halves in the past, but not like this. This guy's out of his mind. I'm very curious to see how he does in the second half, but man, oh man. Dane Dunning has actually been pretty solid. He's got a 3.74 FIB. Holy crap. Did everyone see what John Gray did against the Rays this past week? He had 7 innings and he struck out 12. What the heck, John Gray? That's right now. Hey, if he keeps pitching like that, looking pretty good. The ERA is high, 4.83, but the FIP is 3.75. So John Gray is pitching a lot better than you might think. It's just these other guys. They just don't have a full rotation. You can't have Martin Perez at the end of the day over a full season, unless he proves me wrong, but I don't think he's an ace. You just need more extension with this starting pitching. Yes, they have been getting enough, but overall, the Rangers, I just don't think they're quite there yet with starting pitching. Actually, where do they have the playoff odds as of right now for the Rangers? They actually give the Rangers a 4% chance of getting a wild card. As of right now, they have the wild card with... Hold on a second. So we got where are the Rays? Where are the Rays? The Rays are missing. I don't know where the Rays are. I don't think they have the Rays here. Where are the Rays? They're not here. Fangraphs, what are you doing? Well, this is supposed to be the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, and the Rays. Those 3 teams right now are in wild card spots. But, hey, this Rangers team, they're a game and a half back at the 3rd wild card spot right now. So, I'm just saying. The Red Sox right now have the 3rd wild card spot. I mean, could this Rangers offense carry them? We'll have to wait and see. But the Rangers, hey, they've been doing pretty good lately. I'm going to move them up to number 19. Oh, this team this year, the Seattle Mariners, man, coming in at number 18. It's been disappointing to see how they've been this season, but there might be some hope here for the Seattle Mariners. They have won their last 2 series against the Orioles and the Rangers. I understand those are, not great teams. Well, the Rangers are playing pretty good lately, but the Mariners, they're starting to win some series here. Let's see if they can keep this going. This Mariners team is good. I do think they need another starting pitcher. Robbie Ray has just not been good this year. He got roughed up again this past week against the Orioles. So Gilbert and Kirby had good starts this past week. So those guys have been doing pretty good. Suarez, last week, Eugenio Suarez had a 727 slugging, 8 RBIs. My goodness. That's pretty good. But last week, they did win 3 games late. So the Mariners, they're coming up big in those spots just like they were last year. A very clutch team last year. But this Mariners team, man, they got to start putting this together. If we take a look right now, Fangraphs is actually still pretty hopeful about this team. They're giving them an 11% chance to get a wild card. So Fangraphs doesn't think this Mariners team is out of it just yet. And if we look at the standings, the Mariners right now, they're 3 back of the 3rd wild card spot. So I'm not sleeping on this Mariners team just yet. They could definitely have a good second half. We saw it last year with the Braves, and who ended up winning the World Series? The Atlanta Braves. So, but the Mariners, they got to start playing. They got to keep winning. They got to keep winning series. That's what they need to do. So Easier said than done, though, right? But let's see if they can keep the momentum going. I have them coming in at number 18. Another underwhelming team, the Chicago White Sox. This White Sox team, I don't know. It's you see little moments with this White Sox team. Maybe they're going to finally just go on like just a tear, but they just don't seem to just put it together. They had a pretty good run there at one point, and I don't know. They're just not putting it together. It's a good White Sox team. They did win 2 out of 3 versus the Rays, but they also got swept by the Blue Jays this week. So I don't know. They're just such an up and down team. The offense only ranks 20th. They got good bats in this lineup, but why is this White Sox team only ranking 20th in offense? They have a negative 13.2 offensive rating on Fangraphs. What is going on? They got a 92 WRC plus. Why? This is a good team. I don't know what's going on here. Let me actually pull up the White Sox. I will give some credit here to Jose Abreu. He has been heating up as of late. So that's a good sign. He was off to a bit of a slow start, but batting average is up to 255, on base is up to 347. The slugging, though, that it's still a work in progress. A 426 slugging. We know Jose Abreu can definitely get that up higher. He's up to 7 homers and 23 RBIs. I'm going to say here, Andrew Vaughn has actually been having himself a pretty good season, hitting 298 with a 343 on base, a 496 slugging, a 143 WRC plus. But star of the show really has been Tim Anderson. He's still hurt, so he's still got the groin, but it looks like he's going to be fine. He's going to end up coming back so it says here, La Russa hopes Anderson will return in a few weeks. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening with Tim Anderson. But the White Sox, man, they're just underwhelming. The starting pitching also ranks 20th. I don't know. You've had Johnny Cueto be pretty good ever since you activated him. He has a 2.92 ERA, a 3.10 FIP. Dylan Cease, he was striking out guys left and right, but the strikeouts have been down over his last few starts. He had 7 walks versus the Rays this past week. 7? What the heck is going on? Dylan Cease, what are you doing? But one more thing about the offense. I said Abreu's been heating up. Vaughn has been pretty solid. Last week, Vaughn actually hit 423 last week. So in Luis Roberts' last 22 at-bats, he has 8 hits. And another guy I want to point out here. Where is he? Danny Mendick. This guy's been pretty solid. He's played 17 games since being called up, but he's hitting 318, a 362 on base, and a 455 slugging. This guy's been pretty solid for the White Sox since coming up, but the White Sox are still just not quite putting it together. Fangraphs, they're still giving the White Sox a 16% chance. So they're not done with this White Sox team just yet. I mean, they're only 1 game back right now of the 3rd wild card spot. Again, why are the Rays not here? I hate that the Rays are not here. Let me go to the MLB.com. Let me go to the standings here. I'll go check on the scores at the halfway point. We're almost at the halfway point. We're at number 17 as of right now. But let me pull up the league standings. So Tampa. So I don't know why Tampa's not popping up here. For some reason, Fangraphs doesn't have him here. But right now, it is for the wild card in the American League. It's Toronto, it's Tampa, and it's Boston. So behind Boston, the White Sox are just 1 back. So we'll talk about the Angels and Cleveland here in just a little bit. But this White Sox team, they got to start getting it together. This starting pitching, the offense, they're good. So, I don't know. You're going to have to get Lance Lynn back eventually. Actually, what is going on with Lance Lynn? I feel like I haven't heard of Lance Lynn. What's going on here? So, okay, he's on a rehab assignment right now. He's making another rehab start Wednesday. Could join the big league rotation on June 13th. That's my birthday, if all goes well. So, hey, Lance Lynn, let's get him back in the rotation. I think that's going to be very helpful for this White Sox team. So, here we go. At number 16, this was a weird one. I didn't know where to put this team, but I'm going to put them right here. I could see some people disagreeing with this, but whatever. I don't know. I'm putting the Phillies at 16. Last week, I had the Phillies at, I think I had them at number 13 or 14 last week. I can't fully remember, but they were going to go a lot lower than this. They were going to go near 20. But they really saved themselves this past week. I guess Joe Girardi, I don't know. I guess Joe Girardi was the problem because this Phillies team, they are just firing on all cylinders right now. Holy crap. What a game yesterday. Down 6-2 in the 8th. Bryce Harper coming up, doing Bryce Harper kind of things, hitting a grand slam. And then, holy crap, Bryson Stott, walk-off home run. What the heck was going on in that game? Are you kidding me? But this Phillies team, they have just been reignited. It's pretty fun to see. I made a prediction over the weekend. When the weekend started, I said the Phillies are going to win 15 out of their next 20. I'm telling you, the Phillies are going to get red hot. They're going to get red hot because this is a good team. While they have been losing, they got a good team. They rank really well in offense. They have the 12th best offense overall if we go take a look at Fangraphs. They got a good offense. They have a 102 WRC plus. So, and that's even with these guys, a lot of these guys slumping. But Harper, he's just been on fire since becoming the DH. Schwarber, what the heck? Holy crap. Take a look at Kyle Schwarber here. Look at Kyle Schwarber. I just want to show you what he did last week. As of right now on the year, his numbers for the year don't look great. His slash line is only 197, 321, and 457 is okay for his slugging. He has a 116 WRC plus. The guy's just hitting moonshots. He's got 14 home runs and 27 RBIs. But look at what this guy did last week. Are you kidding? Oh, let me move it over into a separate tab. Here we go. So, from the 30th to the 5th. I mean, everyone's talking about Bryce Harper, but how about Kyle Schwarber? He had a 909 slugging last week. But everyone's talking about Bryce Harper. Kyle Schwarber has been out of his mind. He was the best offensive player for the Phillies last week. He had 4 home runs. He hit 318, had a 464 on base, a 259 WRC plus. Kyle Schwarber's been out of his mind. That's the Kyle Schwarber that I remember with the Red Sox. So, give the Phillies here some credit. They have come alive. And we'll go check on the scores here in just a little bit. Actually, I don't know if the Phillies are playing tonight. But in the National League, they still give the Phillies a 22% chance of getting a wild card. They're right there. When it comes to the standings, they are right now 2.5 back of the Braves. And we'll talk about the Braves here in just a little bit. But the Phillies, if they can just keep this going, they're on pace, according to Fangraphs, to win 82 games. So they got some work to do. We're going to have to wait and see how the Phillies finish this off. The starting pitching is 2nd overall in Major League Baseball. That rotation is just so good. The bullpen, they ranked 15th at the end of April, but the bullpen has not been doing very good lately. They only ranked 22nd in May. Corey Knebel had a couple of tough outings there, blowing some games. But the Phillies right now, I'm going to put them at number 16. I could see some people maybe thinking they should even be lower, maybe higher. I don't know. I'm just going to put them kind of in the middle. I need to see more of this new feel to the Phillies, the post-Girardi Phillies. Let's see. I got to see more winnings for me to move them into the top half, but I'll put them right on the edge. So let's take a quick break. We got 237 people in the chat. Before I just move on to the scores, we'll go check it out. If you are new to the channel, I see 230 people. So if any of you are new, hit that subscribe button. I'm talking baseball here all the time. Hit that like button for me. Everyone, where are we at with the likes? Oh, come on, everyone. We're at 87. We're at 87 likes. We got 240 people. We only got 87 likes. Come on. You're better than that. Come on. Let's go. Everyone, hit that bell notification. Share the stream so people can come in and catch the second half of the Power Rankings. Also, everyone, don't forget, we do have memberships on here. We have over 100 members on this channel. It's only 99 cents per month. You get access to a private Discord if you want to talk baseball throughout the day. You get badges next to your names in the chat. And you get to use emojis as well. So definitely think about becoming a member on the channel. Only 99 cents per month. So Let's check out what the heck is going on in Major League Baseball right now. Well, we got the Mariners up 5-4. That's what I'm talking about. The Mariners, they just got to keep winning some series. Blue Jays Royals just started up. My Red Sox already off to a 1-0 lead. That is what I'm talking about. We're going to talk about the Angels here in a little bit. But what happened with the Red Sox, I have not been watching. I should probably have the TV on, but I'm just that dedicated to doing the power rankings. Christian Vasquez had the base hit. Okay. I know Syndergaard's starting in this game. He had a bad start last time out against the Yankees. I did say last night on the Red Sox podcast that I think he was going to have a better start, but he's given up 5 hits already. So he's been very hittable tonight. So we'll have to see what the Red Sox end up doing. I wonder how much exit velocity they're getting off of him. Let's actually go take a quick look here. Baseball Savant. Here we go. Let's see. What is it looking like? Luis Rengifo hit one about 105 miles an hour. Christian Vasquez's base hit was around 103. Verdugo had one at 100. So the Red Sox are making some pretty good contact. Bogarts, Martinez. Bogarts had the double. Martinez had a base hit. So the Red Sox are hitting him pretty well. We're going to have to wait and see. Waka, I was a little worried about Waka coming into this start just because against good teams, he hasn't done all that great. He got roughed up by the White Sox a little bit. He did pitch well against the Reds last time. But, hey, they got some good guys in this lineup. But right now, the Angels, they're in a hole early. It is early. But right now, they are in position to lose their 12th straight game. So let's check out the other scores really quick before I get back to the power rankings. Not a lot of games tonight. Rangers, Guardians did get postponed. The Reds winning earlier against the Diamondbacks. And look at Jose Altuve getting a leadoff home run against the Mariners tonight. But Mets, Padres, that's a big series. 3-0 early lead for the Mets in the bottom of the second. So, alrighty. Here we go. Let's get back to the power rankings, shall we? Here we go. Coming in at number 15, a team that's quietly playing some pretty good baseball. And I think, I'm telling you, this team has a run in them. Maybe not like the 2017 team, but the Cleveland Guardians, not the Cleveland Indians like in 2017. The Guardians, I think they got a run in them at some point. They've been quietly playing pretty decent. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They've won their last 2 series against Baltimore and Kansas City. They actually are a pretty balanced team. They're 13th in offense. They're 16th in starting pitching. And they have the 10th best bullpen. They're also 3rd in defense. They're a very good defensive team. This is a pretty balanced team. And not a lot of people are talking about them right now. I know Fangraphs, they like this team. They give the Guardians right now a 21.3% chance to make the playoffs. They're even giving them a 0.3% chance to win a World Series. The fact that they have even any kind of percentage points to win a World Series, I mean, my goodness. Even more than the Mariners. Are you kidding me? But they're giving them a 9% chance to get a wild card. I don't think they're going to get a wild card in the end. I said this before the season. I thought this team was going to be in the mix, and everyone was laughing at me. I remember people in the chat when I was doing my predictions. I remember people were like, the Guardians, Robbie, what are you smoking, my friend? What are you doing? And I'm telling them, like, hey, look out for the Guardians, man. They're going to be a pretty decent team, and they've been playing well lately. Bieber, he's been pitching really well. He's looking like his old self, has a 3.12 ERA and a 2.79 FIP, 9 strikeouts per 9 this year. He struck out 11 versus Baltimore this week. He's had a game score of at least 65 in his last 3 starts. That's really solid. But the Guardians right now, Jose Ramirez is having himself a really good year. They're getting guys just really stepping up for them. And actually, let me pull up here the Guardians. They're having a pretty decent season. Again, Jose Ramirez, that was my MVP pick. Once again, having a good season. Actually, how about Andres Jimenez, huh? This guy's hitting over 300 this year. He's got 7 home runs, 29 RBIs. Andres Jimenez has been one of the more productive shortstops this year. Owen Miller's been pretty solid. Josh Naylor has missed some time, but this guy's been pretty productive for the most part. But Andres Jimenez, man, let me go pull up here. Where does he rank among shortstops? He's got to be in the pretty up there. He's the sixth best shortstop this year on Fangraphs. He's ahead of guys like Trey Turner, Corey Seager, Wander Franco. Did anyone see Andres Jimenez being the sixth best shortstop right now? And granted, he has played less games than some of these guys, but Jimenez, holy cow, this guy's been great. He's got an ISO percentage of 234. What the heck is going on? He has a 540 slugging. This guy has never been regarded as a good hitter. I mean, go look at his grades. I mean, he has a 45 hit tool as of right now. They say he could have a 55, but they're only giving him a 45 raw power, a 40 game power for the future. This guy, 7 home runs. Man, this guy, man, I'm telling you, he was a highly regarded prospect for the Mets, and for the Cleveland Guardians to have him, man, and that's really good to have. It's a valuable thing to have on your team, a good shortstop, and he plays great defense. And hey, the Guardians, I think they're quietly just a pretty strong team. I don't think they're gonna blow you away like some of these other teams, but they can hang in there with you, man, and they got some pretty good pitching. You got Shane Bieber at the top of the rotation. I'm telling you, man, I think this Guardians team, they'll be right there at the end. Coming in at number 14, this, I can already see it a little bit. I'm doing this to my own team. I'm already seeing it. I can already hear it. I'm not ready yet to put them ahead, but I got the Red Sox coming in at number 14. And I'm just going to do a 2-for-1 here. I got the Angels coming in at 13. The reason I don't have the Red Sox ahead of the Angels, I need to just see this head-to-head matchup. If the Red Sox win this series, I'll put them ahead. I understand the Red Sox have been playing great baseball lately, and the Angels have been absolutely just horrible. They've lost 11 straight games. But I'm not ready to pull the trigger. I need to see the Red Sox get ahead of the Angels. And some of you might be thinking, how are the Angels even this high? Hear me out. The Angels, they do rank well when it comes to the main categories. Yes, they have dropped during this losing streak. They don't rank very well. Actually, they're almost near the bottom in offense, starting pitching, and relief pitching during this losing streak. They don't even have one category where they have like a saving grace kind of a thing. They're awful all across the board. Mike Trout has been terrible. He's hitless, actually. Mike Trout is hitless in his last 7 games. He's 0 for 26. What the heck? Just horrible numbers. We just talked about them earlier with the Phillies blowing a game like that. The Angels, man, this is looking really rough right now. You got some guys like Stassi who's hitting pretty well. If I were to actually pull up his numbers, let me actually go to last week. Let me pull up the Angels. So I could see this kind of being the big trigger this week. I could see this one being, what the heck are you talking about? But Stassi has been hitting pretty well, hitting 308 in his last 4 games. Jared Walsh had a good week, hitting 364. But there's just not a whole lot going on here. Why do we have 10 or 0 plate appearances? What are we doing? Ohtani's been cold. There's just not a lot of, there's nothing going on right now. Like I said, Mike Trout, he's 0 for his last 26. So you do have Jared Walsh hitting well, but that's it. So they are struggling right now. But if we were to pull up here, let me pull up here some numbers. The Angels still rank pretty well offensively. That offense has been good all year up to this point, but lately they have not been doing well. They've dropped to number 11 overall, which is still a good spot. But considering they were a top 5 offense at one point, they have definitely dropped off. Taking a look here at the starting pitching. The starting pitching still ranks well. Again, they were in the top 10, but they've dropped to number 12. And the bullpen. The Angels' bullpen has actually not been great this year, so it's no surprise that we've seen them getting roughed up. But this year, the Angels' bullpen is dead last. They need an arm for the bullpen. They do. Raisel Iglesias can't do it all, man. They need someone for that bullpen. You got Aaron Loop, but these guys have just been struggling lately. They need to get an arm to stabilize that bullpen, I think. So it's a good team. They're just hitting a really rough spot right now, and you hate to see it. But I'm not going to put the Red Sox ahead of the Angels until I see this series. I need to see this series. To me, I feel like this is the perfect spot for these two teams because, well, now we can see them go head-to-head. Let's see who comes out on top. If the Angels win this series, then okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself. That's the big thing with my power rankings. I'm going to talk about something here in a little bit. So you stay tuned for all that, everyone. You stay tuned. But I am going to talk about getting ahead of yourself here in just a little bit. But that is the situation here. I don't want to put the Red Sox out in front because what if I put the Red Sox out in front and then the Angels win 3 out of 4 and then I just look silly? So I'm going to hold off. You guys know me. I'm pretty conservative when it comes to my power rankings. I like to have teams earn it because when I feel like every time I put teams ahead of other teams after one good week and then they end up having a bad week, I like to see these teams make gradual gains. I don't want to jump the gun too much. So let's see how the Red Sox do against the Angels in this series. They have a 1-0 lead as of right now. Still a 1-0 lead. Good to see. But let's talk about the Red Sox. Coming in at number 14. Good week. They swept Oakland this weekend. They split with Cincinnati. But hey, Cincinnati, they made some gains in the power rankings, so they're not a great team still. But hey, they've been playing better lately. Luis Castillo, man, he's out of his mind. I said that earlier. 6 innings, 1 hit allowed, 10 Ks against the Red Sox. Unbelievable. First time at 500 since April 19th. Looking to get over 500 for the first time since then. So, offense, they're firing on all cylinders. They're 10th overall in offense right now. Starting pitching has been really solid. They rank 13th overall. If I were to pull that up, that's not the starting pitching. Here's the starting pitching, 13th overall. Hey, these guys have just been turning in pretty good starts. Evaldi, Rich Hill looked good this weekend. Nick Pivetta continues to just be out of his mind. Nick Pavetta's just been fantastic. You got to love it, man. They've been great. I do think the bullpen needs something, though. The Red Sox bullpen, they only rank 21st overall. They have a 3.89 ERA. It just feels like they're lacking something there. They need some kind of a shutdown option. Please, can we get David Bednar? Please. I would just be so happy if we got David Bednar. Come on. Heim Bloom. Heim. Where are you at? Get David Bednar. But the Red Sox, they're looking really good. But I'm not ready to put them ahead of the Angels. The Angels have been a good team all year. And yes, they have an 11-game losing streak. But listen, I'm not ready to make the move just yet. Because you know what? If I did this, everyone would say, oh, there's Giraffe Nick Robbie. There it is. And so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We're putting the Red Sox here behind the Angels. Red Sox at 14, Angels at 13. Coming in at number 12. It's good to see. It's good to see this happen here. Finally, this team is making some moves. And this was hilarious to me because at the Burlington Sock Puppets game, after the game, it was a bit of a meet and greet. We had a few fans out there. I actually had a couple of fans come up to me and say hello. Me, my dopey self, my potato self. We had all these other guys here. And the fact that a couple of guys came up to me and said, hey, really enjoy your content. I signed a ball. What a nice kid he was. Man, thank you so much. I don't know if you're here, but thank you for coming out. Those guys that did come up to me, if you are here, thank you for coming out to that. I really do appreciate that. It meant a lot. I'm telling you right now, for people to come up to me, which I've never had before, that means more to me than you would ever know. Sorry to get kind of sappy with you here, but really, that really meant a lot to me. I never would have thought I'd have that happen to me. So, really do appreciate that. But one of the fans came up to me and he said, in last week's power rankings, how the heck did you have the Phillies ahead of the Braves? And I actually first off, my potato brain kicked in and I was like, huh? What? I don't even remember my power rankings last week. So I'm sitting there for a few seconds. I'm not saying anything because I'm like trying to process it in my head. And I'm also thinking, man, the Phillies, they were playing bad. But now the Phillies are playing pretty good. So I don't know. But then I went on to say, the Phillies, they do have a good team. They do rank really well. But we've seen the Phillies fall off. They have been playing better this past week in the post-Girardi era. But the Atlanta Braves, man, you got to love what the Atlanta Braves are doing. They're starting to play well. I don't know if you're here. But I hope this makes you happy, my friend. I hope this makes you happy. they're playing great. They're starting to get over that World Series hangover. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They've won 9 out of their last 13. They've won 5 straight games. They made it over 500 for the first time since April 9th. Austin Riley has been out of his mind for the last 15 games. In his last 15 games, he's hitting .349 with a .388 on base, a .730 slugging, 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. Austin Riley has been a machine for the Atlanta Braves. Max Fried, really good against the Rockies in his last start, 8 shutout innings. Kyle Wright, he was solid against the Diamondbacks. The bullpen is the best in Major League Baseball. If we go take a look at the bullpen, number 1 overall, they are half a point ahead in Fangraph WAR ahead of the Milwaukee Brewers. That is how good this bullpen is. The Atlanta Braves bullpen, absolutely solid. Such a good bullpen. They're knocking on the door, man. I actually really wanted to put them in the number 11 spot because they are getting close. I almost wanted to put them in the knocking on the door spot. That's kind of one of the fun spots for the power rankings that I have. Not quite there just yet with the Braves. I need to see a little bit more before I put them in the knocking on the door position. So, in the knocking on the door position at number 11, I have the San Francisco Giants. Hey, they've just are quietly playing some good baseball this year. They're not talked about a lot. They have the 5th best offense this year. Look at that. 5th best offense of the San Francisco Giants. Starting pitching ranks 8th overall. The bullpen could use a little bit, though. Where's this bullpen? San Francisco. Where's the bullpen? There's my potato brain kicking in. I can't see the Giants. Where are the Giants? 18th overall. They need something in that bullpen. They have a 3.79 FIP, which is good, but the ERA, this is why I understand the argument with ERA and FIP. I prefer FIP, but at the end of the day, ERA, that's how many runs you're giving up. That's just the point blank number. I do prefer FIP, but a bullpen ERA of 4.47, that needs work. They're not striking out a lot of guys, under 8 strikeouts per 9. It's not a good strikeout to walk ratio. They got to get someone that can get some strikeouts in that bullpen. I don't know who you can go after. Could David Robertson maybe be a good guy for this bullpen? I don't know. But the Giants overall, though, they had a good week this past week. They split with the Marlins. They won 2 out of 3 against the Phillies. They're just getting production everywhere in this lineup. How about Donovan Walton, man? This guy's been pretty good. Had a grand slam against the Marlins yesterday. He's been pretty productive. He has 8 RBIs since being called up from AAA. Jock Peterson, the slap word heard round the world from Tommy Pham. That's not phasing him. He continues to hit well. 2 home runs last week. They're just getting production all over the place. I feel like Brandon Crawford. What did Brandon Crawford do? He did something. Brandon Crawford. Did he have a walk-off hit? Or did he have a grand slam? Like, what did he do? What did he do? I don't remember what he did. He did something. He was in the news for something. I don't remember what he did. Did he have a walk-off? I don't remember what happened. Jesus Sanchez had a walk-off against the Giants. I don't know. Did he have a grand slam? He did something. They did win big against the Marlins. They had a huge win, 15-6. Yeah, he had a grand slam the other day. Mike Yastrzemski's been hitting pretty well, too. This Giants team, no one just ever talks about this Giants team. You know, they're just really good. They're like the Rays of the National League. They're just really solid. They don't have any, like, superstar kind of players, right? But they just have a team full of guys that they just, you know, they step up when they need to. They got platoons everywhere. Good matchup. You know, they play good matchups. They play the matchups well. So the Giants, really, to me, they're like the Rays of the National League. So, but I have the Giants at the number 11 spot. The knocking on the door spot. Ballcap Sports is here. Hello, my friend. Hello. I didn't get to catch your power rankings this morning. Who did you have at number 1? I don't remember. Who do you have at number 1? I feel like I saw the picture. I think you had a new number 1. Can't remember. Who was it? Did you put the Dodgers back? I don't remember what you did. But everyone, go check out Ballcap's power rankings, and because he does them I think you do that every Monday morning, right? Monday morning? Yeah. Usually I'm doing mine on Sunday night. I decided to do the Red Sox podcast last night. I might move it back. I might put the Red Sox podcast at Monday morning and maybe just put the power rankings back. It felt weird not doing the power rankings last night. I feel like that would have been great, man, because you had the whole excitement of the Phillies and the Angels. You know, I don't know. I feel like it just feels, at least for me, it feels right to do it on Sunday nights. So it does feel weird doing the power rankings on Monday night. I also don't like doing the power rankings at this time because games are going on. I'm starting this when games have already been started. So I think I am going to do that. I think I'm going to move the power rankings back to Sunday night. And then I'll just do the Red Sox podcast on Monday morning. So, yeah, I'll probably do that. But I appreciate all of you coming out tonight. 220 people. Here we go. Coming in at number 10, speaking of the Rays, the Giants of the American League, the Rays, coming in at number 10. That's another team. Hey, just playing some good baseball lately. They did fall short of a comeback yesterday against the White Sox. They lost 2 out of 3 overall. They split with Texas this week. So really, I think you could put either the Giants here at number 10, or you could put the Rays. I'm going to stick with the Rays because I had the Giants out of the top 10 last week. I think I had the Giants at this spot at number 11. It wasn't any drastic changes for me, or at least I didn't see anything drastic. Maybe the Giants played a little bit better this past week, but the Rays, to me, I'm not quite ready to take them out of the top 10. So, but the Giants are close. I think you could make an argument here that the Giants could be number 10. They did have the slightly better week, and they do rank better in terms of numbers. I just like this Rays team. I don't know. I love Shane McClanahan. This guy's been pitching his hiney off, man. Are you kidding me? He's got a 2.10 ERA. Whoa! Super chat coming in. SoundFX09. What's going on, my friend? I don't mind the Braves at 12. Oh, I have gained SoundFX's approval, and that is an honor, my friend. Offense and fielding are starting to get going, though the pitching has some concerns. Next 12 games are the best opportunity for the Chop to gain ground on the Mets. I agree. They do have a pretty nice schedule coming up. And, hey, because you gave the $10 Super Chat, I mean, I got to pull up the schedule now. My goodness, SoundFX09, thank you for the $10. Do really appreciate that. Let's check out the Braves' schedule here. You know, this is probably something I should be doing too. I should probably be looking at the upcoming schedule, at least for the top 15 teams, or the top 20. I don't know. But you got a pretty nice schedule coming up. You got the A's. Hey, don't sleep on these Pirates, man. These Pirates, they swept the Dodgers this past week. They're not going to be, a can of corn over here. Like that baseball reference. But Pirates, yeah, it's the Pirates. But, hey, don't sleep on the Pirates, man. They could easily split that series. So, I like this Pirates team, man. Ben Charrington, can you please trade us David Bednar? We really need him. Ben Charrington, where are you at? But yeah, you do got a pretty nice schedule coming up. You got the A's. Pirates are doing better, but still not a great team. You got the Nationals. You got the Cubs. And then you got dude. I mean, yeah, you got this chunk of games right here. And then you got the Giants. And then you got the Dodgers. And then you got the Phillies. Are you kidding me? Man. You better win these games. You better win at least, how many, what is this, 12? 6, 9, 12 games. You better win at least like 9 out of 12 of these games. You better sweep the A's. Take 3 out of 4 against the Pirates. That would be 5. 2 out of 3 against the Nationals. That would be 7. And then 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. That would be 9. You better win 9 out of 12. At least 9 out of 12. So, but SoundFX, thank you for the Super Chat, my friend. Really do appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. But talking about the Rays here, they're very close to falling out of the top 10. Again, I think you can make an argument to put the Giants at number 10, but I need to see a little bit more for me to make that change. For the Rays, again, you lost 2 out of 3 to the White Sox. You did split with Texas, who have been playing better baseball lately. Yandy Diaz is hitting .500 over his last 7 games. Yandy Diaz, he needs to get more attention, man. I was talking about Shane McClanahan. This guy has just been so good. Holy cow. The starting pitching for the Rays, they rank 11th this year. And, I mean, look at these guys. Man, Shane McClanahan has been out of his mind. 6-2, 12.5 strikeouts per 9, under 2 walks per 9, a home run per 9, 2.10 ERA, 2.59 FIP, a 1.87 xFIP. Are you kidding me? That is crazy. Let me actually let me pull up the leaderboards for not the batting, the starting pitching. McClanahan's got to be top 5. He is not. He is number 11. Wow. My goodness, he's number 11. These pitchers are doing. Look at Martin Perez at number 3. Look at Schwarber at number 2. Holy cow, man. This is like the weirdest leaderboard I've seen. Gausman still holding on to the top spot on Fangraphs. But McClanahan, look at Tyone quietly there at number 12. Man, oh man. But Shane McClanahan, he's been awesome. Even Corey Kluber, man. Look at Corey Kluber. He's been having himself a pretty solid season. I really like this signing for the Rays when they did it. I just feel like this was a guy, they knew how to work with this guy. You can manage his innings. I felt like Kluber, this was like the perfect spot for him. He's been really solid. 3.73 ERA, 3.57 FIP. He's got under a walk and a half per 9. I mean, what else is there to say? He's been really solid. What a great signing for them. Rasmussen's been good. Similar numbers, similar FIP. A little less strikeouts, a little more walks, but less home runs than Kluber, so you got to like that. They're getting really good starts from these 3 guys, and I like that with the Rays. Wander Franco, I feel like Franco has been struggling just a smidge. I have not heard of Franco here in a little bit. Let me actually pull up Tampa Bay. Their offense only ranks 17th. And Franco, he's having a good year, but that on-base percentage is only .305. He's got a good batting average of 270. The WRC plus is 113. His base running's pretty good. He's playing pretty solid defense, but I don't know. A lot of people were picking this guy for MVP this year. And I could see that being like a dark horse kind of a pick. I could see that. But Franco, man, I think they got to get more out of this guy. Luckily, they're getting really good numbers out of Yandy Diaz. Manuel Margot, believe it or not, he is the best player when you can... Actually, no, he's been their best offensive player this year. They need more offense, honestly. Randy Rosarena's been kind of quiet. He's got 24 RBIs that ranks 2nd on the team. But again, it's very similar to the Giants. They just got a lot of different guys just contributing just enough. So the Rays, I like their starting pitching. The bullpen has not been great. If we look at the bullpen, it's 16th overall. You got to remember with these Rays bullpens, this is a bullpen that has been like top 5 for the last couple of years. And the ERA still looks really good, 3.18. They're just not striking out a lot of guys. So their strikeouts are down in that bullpen this year. But luckily the ERA is still looking pretty good. So the Rays defense has also been very good this year. So that's been a big help for the starting pitching as well as the bullpen too. So overall, I got the Rays coming in at number 10, but it is pretty close between the Giants and the Rays. Coming in at number 9, I got the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals coming in at number 9. They're quietly playing some great baseball. 7-3 in their last 10. They won 3 out of 5 against the Cubs. They swept the Padres earlier this week. Paul Goldschmidt is 6th overall in Fangraph WAR. Where the heck are the leaderboards? Where are the leaderboards? Leaderboards. Where are you at? Here we go. I'll pull it up here. This guy's out of his mind. Paul Goldschmidt. He's 6th overall in Fangraph WAR. He's hitting .343 with a .423 on base, a .608 slugging. He has a 189 WRC plus. He's the best offensive player in baseball this year so far. If you look at just offense, he's always going to have a negative rating on defense because Fangraphs does not value first baseman really at all. But offensively, this guy is all around the best offensive player in the major leagues, even ahead of Aaron Judge. When you consider that Goldschmidt has the better batting average, he has the better on base. The slugging is lower, but when you put it all together, the package that Goldschmidt is bringing to the table, it's all around the best offensive package in the game. So Paul Goldschmidt, man, you got to love it. You got to love it. The Cardinals, when it comes to starting pitching, I do want to point this out. Let me click out of some of these here. The starting pitching with St. Louis, it's not going to rank very well. They're 27th overall in starting pitching. But they're not going to rank very well on Fangraphs because they play more to their defense. Their strikeout to walk ratio is no bueno. It's not very good, but they rely on a really good defense. So if we actually take a look at the defense, the Cardinals defense right now, I mean, it's 13th overall, but defensive runs saved, where do they rank here? They're 12th overall in defensive runs saved. They're not as good as they were last year, but it's a good defensive team. And the starting pitching really relies on them, especially guys like Michaelis and Hudson and Wainwright. They're not going to be blowing guys away, so they really need that defense. But St. Louis, they've been playing great baseball. Wainwright pitched really well last week. MLB Nerds, I'm still waiting. Where are you? MLB Nerds, are you out there? Hello? I'm waiting. You said last year at some point or in the offseason that Adam Wainwright, there were 80 pitchers better than Adam Wainwright. Oh my goodness, what the heck was that? Yeah, MLB Nerds, I'm still waiting for you, my friend. I still want you to tell me how there are 80 pitchers better than Adam Wainwright. Still waiting on you, my friend. Are you there? Are you hiding? I don't know what you're doing. Abhinath, I just dropped a mouse. It might be broken. But the Cardinals, hey, they're just all around playing great baseball right now. You got to love it. And sweeping the Padres earlier this week, a playoff team, a good team. Man, Cardinals, man. I thought about maybe even putting the Cardinals ahead of the Padres. I'm not quite there yet. I know they swept them. I know they did. But not quite there yet with the Cardinals just yet. Coming in, this one, I could see some people getting a little upset over this one. I'm going to go for it. Whatever. Toronto Blue Jays coming in at number 8. And the team that I am going to put ahead of the Blue Jays are the Twins. The Twins won their series against the Blue Jays this weekend. The Blue Jays were so hot. They were just red hot there. They were just winning games left and right. They won 8 straight versus the Angels and the White Sox. But those teams have been struggling a little bit, especially the Angels too. But then they faced the Twins, and they lost 2 out of 3 to the Twins. So it is not ridiculous, Dawson. Eat my shorts. Get out of here. But yeah, I decided to put the Twins ahead of the Blue Jays. Why? Because the Twins beat them 2 out of 3. Because you know what's going to happen? If I put the Blue Jays ahead of the Twins, everyone's going to say, well, the Twins, they won their series against the Blue Jays. How are the Blue Jays behind the Twins? Or how are the Blue Jays ahead of the Twins? So you know what? Yeah, I'm going to focus on that. The Blue Jays were red hot. But the Blue Jays actually do move up from last week. They do move up from last week. They were in the number 9 spot last week. Or 10-9. Yeah, they were in the number 9 spot last week. So they do move up 1. So they are gaining. But the Twins, they won their series against the Blue Jays this weekend. A hot Blue Jays team, too. And the fact that the Twins, they took care of business against a red-hot team, I'm just saying. The Twins, I'm not ready to have them move down below the Blue Jays just yet. But let me give some praise here to the Blue Jays. It's a very good team. And I think they will keep up their winning ways. They are 9th in offense this year. They are slowly starting to trend up, but they were the best offensive team in the majors last week. The starting pitching continues to be fantastic. A top 5 starting rotation. Oh, come on, Naked HD fun. I told you this is not the fun that we're looking for. Baseball is fun. Naked HD. Come on. We don't need any naked in here. We want the stats. That's what we want in here. Come on. Not the time and place. Oh, Naked HD. It's time for bed. But here we go. Blue Jays. Great baseball lately. The starting pitching is just so good. It's so good. Kevin Gausman, he did get hit around a little bit. Also, I love those red Blue Jays jerseys. I love those. Fantastic. Are you kidding me? So good. But Gausman did get roughed up a little bit by the Twins over the weekend, but overall still having himself a really good season. Let me actually pull up this Blue Jays rotation. It's so good. Gausman leading the majors in Fangraph WAR. Alek Manoah continues to be solid. Jose Barrios, he has been pitching better as of late. The numbers still don't look great, but he has been pitching better. Kikuchi starting to come around a little bit. Hyunjin Ryu, he's had his problems with injuries. Actually, how has he been doing? Is he still? No, he's got the forearm strain. Ugh, I didn't see that. But yeah, I wasn't sure if he was still sticking around. He has just been a lost cause. I wonder if the Blue Jays go out there and go get someone. You know? Maybe just shore up that rotation a little bit. Could they do it? Honestly, Luis Castillo on here? Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Gausman and Castillo in the postseason? Oof. My goodness. And then you got Manoah. Game 3, Barrios like a Game 4. Oh, good grief. But yes, Dulce Marist. Yes, they did just make a call up recently. Matt Gage. Bullpen has been a lot better lately for the Toronto Blue Jays. They still don't rank very well. They rank 23rd overall. But if we actually go back here the last couple of weeks, I do think this bullpen has been better. So let me pull this up. So Toronto. No. I must be thinking of something else. But no, the Blue Jays bullpen is actually, they do have 4 wins. They only have 1 loss, but their numbers across the board, Fangraphs does not like. I don't know what I was thinking. I was probably just thinking starting pitching, but only 28th on Fangraphs. But again, they're 4-1 in the last couple of weeks, so it's not like they're losing games. But the ERA is 4.5, 4.6 FIP. They could do better. So we'll have to see how this ends up going. Hopefully they can get some guys step up for them. But the Blue Jays, it's a great team. They're going to keep winning. They're going to keep winning. I will not be surprised to see them in the top 5 at some point. But as for the Twins, this was actually, and this is why I really thought about putting the Blue Jays here, is because the Twins lost their series to the Tigers. They lost 3 out of 4 to the Tigers earlier this week. They were on track to fall below the Blue Jays. And all of a sudden, they were able to just hold off the Blue Jays this past weekend. The Twins offense, 9th overall. They had the best offense last week. They had a 183 WRC plus last week as a team. Wait a minute. Hold on. Am I looking at the right stuff here? Oh, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. What the heck just happened? What the heck is going on? All my numbers are off. I had all the... My goodness. I had the Blue Jays notes for the Twins. I don't know what I'm doing. Pretty much everything I just said was... Everything I just said about the Blue Jays are my notes here. Sorry. The Blue Jays offense was the best last week. A 183 WRC plus. Kirk, Espinal, Hernandez, Chapman, Springer, they've all been on fire. Biggio's been picking it up lately too. Like I said, starting pitching has been good. But the Twins this past week, they had a bad series against the Tigers. So the Twins, though, they still rank ahead of the Blue Jays in terms of offense. If we take a look here at the starting pitching, they're still a top 10 starting staff. Very good numbers from the Twins rotation this year. Now, the Twins bullpen, though, has not been very good. Actually, Toronto is 28th, but Minnesota is 29th in the last couple of weeks. So Minnesota's bullpen has been letting them down. They got 4 losses in the last couple of weeks. So the Twins, I'm not quite ready to put them below the Blue Jays as of right now. Again, the Twins winning that series was a big deal to me. So that is why I have the Twins ahead of the Blue Jays. So, and actually really quick, before I do move on, just to give some acknowledgement to the Twins, let me just pull up some numbers here. Byron Buxton, man, it's so weird because he has a 130 WRC plus, but his batting average is terrible. His on base is awful. And they've been managing his playing time too this year, so he's not playing nearly as much as some of these other guys. Like Jorge Polanco has 52 games, but Buxton has 39. I think that's a good move. With Buxton, man, it's like try and just get as much out of this guy as you can. Arias has actually been their best offensive player. He's hitting .358 this year with a .447 on base. He's not doing a lot in terms of slugging, but he's been extremely good. Max Kepler's been really good for them. 6 home runs, 25 RBIs, a .357 on base. You'd like that slugging to come up a little bit. Gary Sanchez. This guy's actually been all right. 7 home runs, 27 RBIs. The batting average is starting to come up a little bit. Carlos Correa, you haven't really heard much about him. He's on the COVID list. So, my goodness, Carlos Correa, man. This guy just can't catch a break. But the Twins overall, they're getting enough production across the board. Gio Urshela has been okay, hitting .268, 23 RBIs. So, overall, Sanchez and Urshela have been good additions for the Twins. So, what happened to my music? Where's the music? Did we really run through all the music? Here we go. Hold on. Starting the music over. There we go. Alrighty. So, I have the Twins coming in at number 7. Twins coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, this team, they have fallen out of the top 5. They've fallen out of the top 5. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. The Milwaukee Brewers. I've decided to take the Brewers out of the top 5. I am moving them into the number 6 spot. They got swept by St. Louis this week. They did win. Or no, sorry. I'm looking at the... My goodness. I'm falling apart here. They lost 3 out of 4 against the Padres. And you'll see in just a second who was next. But they also split with the Cubs. There's just not a whole lot going on offensively with the Brewers. There's just not a lot. None of these guys are really doing anything. The offense does not rank very well. They only rank 19th. They have a negative 3.4 offense this year. They're just not having a lot going on. The starting pitching continues to be pretty solid. They were 8th overall last week, and they ranked 4th overall on the year. Ashby's been pretty solid for them. He won 1 and lost 1 last week. And Burns actually got hit pretty hard against the Padres last week. So, I don't know. The Brewers they're slumping a little bit right now. And these other teams have just been playing a little bit better. And I just decided I'm going to take the Brewers out of the top 5 because this team that is now in the top 5 for the first time this year, the San Diego Padres, I'm being consistent here. The Padres won 3 out of 4 against the Brewers. So, to me, I'm going to put the Padres ahead, man. And the Padres are just playing some great baseball. It's funny because they did get swept by St. Louis, but overall this year, they've just been playing really solid. So, they got swept by St. Louis, but I like that they bounced back against a good Brewers team and won 3 out of 4 against them. It's funny with the Padres because they're kind of like the Mariners last year. They don't rank well offensively overall, but they're a good clutch team. I've mentioned this a couple of times with the Padres, but if you look at the clutch rankings, they're 2nd overall, only behind the Mets. So the Padres are coming up in the right. They're coming up big in the spots that count. Cronenworth has been solid. Grisham has been heating up lately. Even Jose Azocar, 379 in last week. Holy man, he's been really stepping up for the Padres. You got to like that. Everyone has been pitching well in this starting rotation. The Padres starting rotation ranks 3rd overall. Let's actually pull up these numbers here. The Padres, man. Are you kidding me? Look at these numbers. Musgrove, like a 1.64 ERA. Look at Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore has 10 strikeouts per 9. Look at the home runs per 9. 0.2. That is crazy. A 1.60 ERA, 2.34 FIP. Manaea has been really solid for them. Darvish has been solid. Clevinger actually looked pretty good his last time out. Man, this rotation, remember how we were thinking about this rotation with the Padres last year or back in 2020? Holy cow, this is the Padres rotation that we have been waiting for. My goodness, Musgrove has been out of his mind. You would like for maybe get a couple more strikeouts, but whatever. His ERA is good. FIP is good. Everyone's been just really good. Snell, he's only pitched a few times. I think Snell's actually pitching tonight. They are playing tonight, right? Snell's given up a few runs. That's right. So they did score off him a little early, but they're keeping it decently close. How are my Red Sox doing? How about the Red Sox, huh? Michael Wacha. He's pitching all right. Going into the bottom of the sixth now. So, but the Padres, man, they've been playing some good baseball. And again, I'm going to put them ahead of the Brewers, mainly due to the fact that the Padres just took 3 out of 4 against them. So I'm going to put the Padres in the top 5. I actually did consider having this team a little bit higher, but I'm going to keep them at number 4. The Houston Astros, man. I feel like the Astros have been kind of a quiet team this year. All the attention are on teams like the Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers, even the Blue Jays recently, you know? But the Houston Astros, I don't know, man. Like, they're just playing great baseball. You got to love what they're doing. And the Houston Astros, where was I? Sorry, I got distracted here. They won 2 out of 3 against Kansas City. They swept Oakland. Playing great baseball this past week. Yeah, they're not great teams, but they're taking care of business against these good teams. Yordan Alvarez. Big-time extension for Yordan Alvarez, making around $19 million per year. I believe that was a 6-year deal, 5 or 6 years. Can't fully remember off the top of my head, but what a great time, man. What a great time if you're Yordan Alvarez, man. He has been red hot in his last 6 games, not counting tonight. I don't know what he's been doing tonight, but last week, he hit .565. He had a 1.127 slugging. What the heck? Yordan Alvarez has been mashing. He had 5 home runs last week, 8 RBIs. Are you kidding me? This Astros team is just really balanced. They're 7th overall in offense, starting pitching, and relief pitching. They just got a good all-around team. Valdez, Framber Valdez, 2 wins last week. Everyone else looked pretty solid. The only loss last week from the Astros starting pitching was Luis Garcia, but he looked good in that start. The Astros just didn't come up with the runs. So I really like this Astros team. They've been doing pretty good, man. They've been doing pretty good. Coming in at number 3. Oh, man. These 3 teams have been the top 3 teams. Who do we got at number 3? I'm going with the Mets at number 3. I'm going with the Mets. And the Mets continue to just play great baseball. They split with the Dodgers, right? So that kind of a wash right there. But they also swept the Nationals this past week. They just continue to play solid. They're just such a solid team. Even with guys like Scherzer and McGill out, these starting pitchers are really stepping up. Williams, Carrasco, each getting wins. Bassett and Walker were okay this week, but this offense is just doing enough for this Mets team, man. I mean, it's one of the best offenses in the game. They're 2nd overall, just behind the Dodgers, and man, you know, they're just so good. Starting pitching, they rank 10th. The bullpen, 9th. They're just overall a great team. They got a great offense. Really good starting pitching, and that's even without McGill and Scherzer. And if you imagine when those guys come back, and then if they get DeGrom back too, and everything has been looking pretty good there, you know, I'm just saying they've been looking good. But coming in at number 2, I have the Dodgers. Coming in at number 2, this Dodgers team, they have the best offense in the game. Starting pitching is 6th overall, and the bullpen is 12th overall. So the big reason why I have the Dodgers ahead of the Mets is, well, they rank better in offense for the year. Their starting pitching ranks better than the Mets. They're just playing great baseball. Mookie Betts has also moved himself into the number 1 spot in overall Fangraph WAR. A 3.6 Fangraph WAR. Mookie Betts has been red hot lately. It's been red hot. My goodness. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you something. Some of you Dodger fans out there, I'm going to get cheesed off here. So I had one guy comment on my power rankings last week, and he said, what did he say? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna unsubscribe from this bozo. How do you not put the Dodgers at number 1?" Well, look what happened. What happened? What happened? If I put the Dodgers at number 1 last week, and then they get swept by the Pirates. What do you want? This is why I don't do it. This is why I like doing the gradual increase or the gradual gains instead of just jumping the gun and putting a team in the number 1 spot. I had a few people last week saying, "Oh my God, how do you put the Dodgers at number 2?" And everyone's freaking out about it. And that's why. Look what happened. They got swept by the Pirates. So, I'm just saying. My goodness. You gotta listen to me over here. This is what happens because you see what I'm saying, right? Because to me, I said I wanted to see a little bit more. And then you got swept by the Pirates. I'm just saying. So, but yes, this is a great comment from Calamari. Top 5 are basically interchangeable. You can move the top 5 all around. Everyone's flipping out on me. You know, "Oh, this bozo, I'm going to unsubscribe from this bozo." Good riddance. Go start your own channel. I'll be your first subscriber. I'll bring some popcorn and some soda pop, and I'll come watch your channel. And I'll see what you do with your power rankings. Let's see how much better that is. I have my ways. And you gotta trust the process over here. I'm just saying. But the Dodgers, they're great. It's a great team. They got swept by the Pirates, whatever. And they split with the Mets. They lost in extra innings on Sunday. It's such a good team. It's such a good team with this Dodgers team. Like I said, Mookie Betts leads in Fangraph WAR. Trey Turner's been really solid lately. Like I said, they're first in offense overall. They're 5th in starting pitching, 6th in relief pitching. Tyler Anderson, Tony Gonsolin have been stepping up this year. Tyler Anderson, man, he has been great. What a great signing for them. He signed late, too. Buehler did get roughed up against the Mets. I will give him that. I think they were wearing those City Connect jerseys, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But if they were wearing the City Connect jerseys, well, that's why Walker Buehler got roughed up, because those Dodgers City Connect jerseys are absolutely terrible. My goodness. Good grief. Can we get rid of those, please? Coming in number 1, sticking with the Yankees again. Because why? Because this team is so good. Are you kidding me? They're just rolling. They sweep the Tigers. Josh Donaldson, walk-off sac fly yesterday. They swept the Angels. Amazing starting pitching lately. Absolutely amazing. I mean, come on here. I mean, that's not good grief. The Yankees, the best starting. This starting pitching is so good. The starting rotation is 22-5. They're 22-5. Are you kidding? They only have 5 losses in this rotation this year. That is easily. That's the best. That's the lowest. That's the lowest amount of losses here among all the starting rotations. They have a 2.55 ERA. They have a FIP below 3, a 2.99 FIP. They're walking less than 2 per 9. Cole, Tyone, Cortez, Severino. Who's the other one? They got pictures for days. Cole, Montgomery. They've all been doing really well. What a crazy rotation this is. It's so good. And then if you look at the bullpen, actually the Yankees have a good fielding team too. They have 25 defensive runs saved. Hey, Yankees, you finally listened. You know what I think was the best move overall? For the Yankees was getting rid of Gary Sanchez and just improving your defense. Just you're stronger up the middle. You have Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at short. You have a better defensive catcher behind the plate. This Yankees team is so much better than what it was last year. To me, it was like psychotic that they were still running these guys out there. I'm thinking, what the heck are you doing? So that, I think, was one of the best addition by subtraction moves ever. for the Yankees, to be completely honest. This bullpen has been fantastic. Taking a look here. Where are the bullpens? That's starting pitching. That's the last couple of weeks. Where the heck is the... Here we go. There we go. April. All right. Overall, Yankees have the third best bullpen. Clay Holmes has just been absolutely just amazing. I mean, Aroldis Chapman, what has he even been doing? He's got a 3.86 ERA. He's walking 6.5 per 9. Are you kidding me? I don't know. Chapman, man, I don't know. I just don't see how you can trust this guy. Michael King's been great. Clay Holmes, man, this guy's just been nasty. He's got 8 saves. So what is Chapman doing? Have they just taken him out of the closer role? Oh, he's on the IL. I didn't even notice this. Oh. Wow, I didn't even notice this. Nathan Davidson, $5 super chat. Out of your top 10, which team's most likely to drop off the map badly moving forward? If I were to pick here, I would say in the top 10, I could see, I don't know, the Brewers kind of worry me, man. I don't like the Brewers very much. I like their pitching. Good starting pitching, good bullpen. Their offense, I just don't like and they're not a good defensive team this year, which is crazy considering this Brewers team has had good defensive teams in the past, but they're not very good defensively this year. I would say Brewers, maybe the Rays will drop off a little. I don't know about I think the Twins are going to end up being, I see the Twins being like anywhere from 7 to 10 here for the whole year. I could see them maybe dropping out of the top 10. You never know with the Padres. I think the Padres are going to be better off this year than they were last year. They have more depth this year. So I think the Padres are going to end up being in the top 10 for the rest of the year. My pick would be the Brewers. You got the Cardinals coming on really strong. I'm just saying. I picked the Cardinals to win that division. So I actually had the Brewers missing the playoffs. So this year in my preseason predictions. So Brewers have not been playing great baseball lately. I'll pick the Brewers. That's my team. So to fall out of the top 10 if there were to be a team. So if I were to pick a team that could get into the top 10, I would say the Braves could get in. I think the Giants definitely could. Phillies, if they stay hot, I think the Phillies could get close. I don't know. I think this second half is going to be really exciting because there's a lot of teams built to go on a run in the second half. I think the second half of the season is going to be really fun. I mean, who knows what my Red Sox end up doing? Can the Angels get back in? I do think the Braves are going to get into this top 10 at some point. So, Abhinav Nair, Reds top 5. I like it. It's bold. But this Yankees team, it's incredibly solid. It's just so good. But yeah, Aroldis Chapman, I didn't realize he's been out. I don't know why. I guess I just, out of sight, out of mind, I guess. But I have been seeing Clay Holmes just extremely good. I don't know why. I just didn't even think of Aroldis Chapman just because these other guys have just been out of their minds. So Michael King too, so good. Yeah, I guess to me, I don't know why I forgot about Chapman, but out of sight, out of mind, I guess. But that's it, everyone. That's it. That's my top 10 for this week. Yankees, Dodgers, Mets, Astros, Padres, Brewers, Twins, Blue Jays, Cardinals, and the Rays. We got the Giants knocking on the door. Braves coming in at number 12. Angels falling to 13. My Red Sox gaining a little bit. Or actually, did they gain from last week? I'm not quite sure. Red Sox maybe were at 14 last week, or were they at 15? Were they at 15? I don't know. Guardians, they actually gained a little bit, moving to the 15 spot. The Phillies are knocking on the door for the top half, so we'll have to see what the Phillies end up doing in the post-Girardi era. Can the White Sox and the Mariners get back on track? Can the Rangers keep going? Super chat coming in. David Knight, Robbie's worst pick. Mets at number 3. Not unsubbing or anything, but I had to speak for everyone. Hey, I'm going to stick with it, man. Mets at number 3. I think you can make an argument for the Mets at number 2. You can make an argument, honestly, You can make an argument for the Astros to be at number 3. An incredibly balanced team. Very good. But the Mets, I just really like this Dodgers team because they rank a little better offensively. The starting pitching is doing better as of right now. That could definitely change. Mets bullpen has been a little bit better than the Dodgers, but the Dodgers, man, they're just playing just really good baseball. They're both. To me, there's an argument. You could go either way. I just like what the Dodgers have been doing besides that sweep of the Pirates. Now, I think for next week, I definitely think the Dodgers, they got the sweep versus the Pirates, right? But then they split versus the Mets. This week is going to be big. I think you could definitely see a change here next week. You could definitely see the Mets at number 2. But like I've said, I don't like to make drastic changes just like that. I need to see a lot to move a team down, especially in the top 5. The Brewers, I knocked them out of the top 5 because they just have not been playing all that great. The Dodgers were playing extremely well at one point. And recently too. So I'm going to keep the Dodgers at number 2 for right now. And the Mets for right now at number 3. But this is definitely going to be the spot next week that I'm curious about, 2 and 3. Or hey, could one of these teams maybe get into number 1? Could the Yankees end up slumping this week? Maybe the Mets could end up moving to number 1. I don't know. We'll have to see. But the Mets right now are leading against the Padres. So we'll have to see how that goes. But everyone, I'm going to get out of here. That is it for the Power Rankings this week. I do think probably next week, I think I'm going to go back to the Power Rankings on probably Sunday nights. I think I kind of like that. I like that spot, or I like that time of the week. I like Sunday nights. It just feels like the right time. I've done this on Monday nights a couple of times, and we've done pretty good for viewership on Monday nights. I think I've done it twice on Mondays now. And it's been pretty good, but Sundays, they just seem to be the better night. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to move the Red Sox podcast to Monday morning, and then I'll move the Power Rankings back to Sunday night. So that's what I'm thinking. But everyone, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you so much. Again, if anyone's new, hit that subscribe button. Everyone, if you can, on the way out, hit that like button for me. We ended up getting to 143 likes. Really do appreciate that, everyone. If you can, do hit that like button if you haven't hit it already. Hit the bell notification. Share the stream if you can. But everyone, I'm going to get out of here. Go have yourself a good rest of your night. Go have a good day tomorrow. And I'll be live again on Wednesday for Hot Takes. Josh is actually going to be joining me for Hot Takes moving forward. We're no longer going to be doing the week ahead. Just because of the Red Sox podcast, I had to drop something. And that was the show that ended up having to get dropped. So it had a good run. I think we got to around 6 or 7 episodes. That it definitely could come back at some point. But just because of the Red Sox podcast right now, got to kind of, I had to get rid of it. So, but everyone, go have yourself a good night. And I'll talk to you next time.